We're here with Aaron Hart at the APW Arena. What made you decide on a wrestling career?
7 years old, I went over to my best friend's house, and he had a bunch of extra action figures. He had doubles of them, and he told me one day, he said, "Hey, this is Bret Hart." I said, "Whoa, that's my name." He said, "He's a wrestler." I said, "Cool, so am I. I'm going to be a wrestler." And it's been uphill ever since.
How many years have you been at it?
It'll be 10 in November of 2011. I took a little break to be in the Army, so it's been kind of off and on, but 10 years since I started.
What's the story of how your ring name came to be?
I was just Aaron Hart for the longest time, and I didn't have a nickname, but, Aaron Hart's my real name, and that's who I am, but, we had, there was a kid named Chase Frazier in Texas, and he had a name that he was the Supernatural, and we got put in a big deal, and we had a long feud, and I thought that I was better than him, and he thought he was better than me, and we had a match to see who was going to be the Supernatural. And of course, 10 years later, here I am, Supernatural Aaron Hart.
What is your finisher? How did it come up? How did you come up with it, or who inspired it?
My finisher is a single leg face buster, and it was inspired by Chris Jericho, and it's been modified a little bit because you can't steal other people's stuff, but you can change it up a little bit, and it is what it is.
What is, and any story behind your entrance music?
I used the same entrance music for about 6 years, and when I got out of the Army, I decided that I was going to do things a little bit different, and there was a song called Tears Don't Fall by Bullet for My Valentine, and it was a song I listened to a lot whenever I was in Iraq, and it got me through all the convoys, and it got me through the lonely nights and stuff like that, and the song is very near and dear to my heart, so I figured, if I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life, that's the song I want to hear whenever I come and go.
Are there any colors of your gear you refuse to wear?
I refuse to wear green, and I refuse to wear orange because they're both bad luck.
What is your most memorable in the ring moment?
Oh boy. Most memorable, if I was gonna forget anything, and if I was gonna forget everything, the only thing that I would want to really keep with me was this last week, whenever I got supposedly knocked out by the Big Show at SmackDown.
Do you have a funniest moment?
Yeah, I think the whole autograph thing with Billy Gunn and Joe Gibson and Billy Gunn doing the New Age Outlaws spot was really that was funny. I couldn't even keep myself together during that.
Do you have a favorite match?
I do have a favorite match. My favorite match is with a guy. His name is Daniel Bertrand. He's from Texas. It was one of his last match. Matter of fact, it may have been his last match. But we went at it, and it couldn't have been any more perfect. It was amazing. Hats off to you, Daniel. Good job.
Any interesting tattoo stories you would like to share?
I got a bunch of them, but I got a tattoo here and there. But this one right here, the one that's unfinished right now, it's a big lighthouse. It's from my mom. Passed away last year. She was really into lighthouses, and I had a whole arm to fill up, and I said, hey, this arm's gonna be for my mom. So she looks down on me and makes sure that I'm doing good and make sure that I'm staying safe. So I figured it's the least that I could do.
Who would be your top 5 dream opponents or matches?
Top 5 dream opponents or matches. Top 5 definitely be. I'd like to work with Shawn Michaels. I would love to work with Bret Hart. That's a good one. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. if I could go back in time, definitely Eddie Guerrero. Man, that's a hard one. There's too many people that I would love to be in the ring with. But, I actually got to be in the ring with William Regal not too long ago, and that's one that I've always looked up to and wanted to. So that would definitely be one. And Ricky Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat's definitely one I'd love to have a match with. Any day.
Who has your biggest feud been with?
Once again, Daniel Bertrand from Texas. We had a feud that went off and on for probably about 5 years. We could never settle the score, and we could never find out who was better, and we just kept on going and kept on going. And it is what it is. And when he comes back, you better believe it, I'm coming after him.
Is there one thing on your personal side you would want your fans to know?
Yes, there's a lot on my personal side that I would like to know, because I believe that the fans need to see emotion, and the fans need to see your heart, and you have to spill it out for them every time. So yeah, there's plenty on my personal side that I would love all the fans to see. Could I pinpoint what it is? No, but definitely. The answer is yes.
Any memorable road stories you would like to share?
Oh yeah, yep. Tiny Tiswell. We were on the way back from Mississippi, and he decided that he needed a cigarette so bad. And there was a couple of guys in the back seat that were hiding cigarettes from him, and he heard that lighter flick, and he just hit his brakes going 65 miles an hour down the middle of the freeway, hit the brakes, slammed them on, skidded all over the road, and started screaming and raising all kind of hell. Give me a cigarette, give me a cigarette. Well, he got a cigarette, so. By far the funniest thing ever happened on the road. I've never seen a half-pint Hulk, if you want to call it that.
Who has been your toughest opponent to date, and would you face him again?
I would face anybody again, and my toughest opponent yet would definitely be Red Dog Rodney Mack. He's taught me the world. He's treated me like gold. He's we run the roads together, but I mean, he's just the toughest there is. But if we're going to talk about here in Florida, since I got my start here, definitely Rocket. He's tough as nails, and tonight I was in the ring with Joe Gibson, and he definitely he gave me a beat down as well as I did. So definitely Rocket and Joe.
Is there a ritual you do before matches, or a lucky charm you bring to the ring?
I pray every time before the match. I pray for myself. As much as I might hate the guy, I always pray for my opponent. That's about as solid of a ritual as you could possibly get. As far as a lucky charm, no, I don't carry a lucky charm, but I do write my mom's name on the inside of my wrist tape before every match, and you pay close attention, you'll see it.
Who has been your biggest inspiration in life?
Biggest inspiration in life definitely be my dad. He's my rock. He's the one that keeps me straight whenever I'm messing up. If anything's ever going wrong, he's the one to dig me out of the grave. And I thank my dad for everything that's ever happened to me. He's the one that has believed in me. As much as he originally thought that wrestling might not be the career choice, he knows how hard I work, and he knows that if I put my mind to anything, it's going to happen. But definitely my dad.
If you had to do it all over, would you change anything?
Yeah, if I had to do it all over, I would change things. I would have got away from home a little bit earlier. I would have left Texas and started traveling the roads more, seeing the United States, do my overseas stuff a little bit earlier in life, so I could go ahead. I'm 24, getting ready to be 25. If I could have been doing that whenever I was 19, 20, 21, I think I'd be a lot better off right now. But I can't say anything negative about my experiences in the wrestling business so far, but yeah.
Do you prefer heel or face? Have you been mainly one or the other?
Yeah, I've mainly been a bad guy my whole career. You know, I was young, I was arrogant, cocky. I thought that I was better than everybody else. And, you know, it took a long time for them to, you know, enough people to beat sense into me and realize that, hey, you know what? If I treat the fans like gold, they'll treat me like gold, and it'll make my life a lot easier, you know. Nobody likes going to the gas station and almost getting stabbed every night. But, you know, I can't really say which one I like better. Obviously, any sane human being likes being cheered and likes being a role model and likes being trusted and, you know, that kind of stuff. But it's also fun to rile people up and get them on edge and, you know, yeah, it is what it is. But, yeah, definitely. I've mainly been a heel, and I like both better, though. I mean, I can't really say which is what I prefer.
What is something completely out of character you enjoy doing that is unknown to your fans?
I got this thing that I do pretty often. You know, I'll get Tiny Tiswell and I'll bend him over and I'll give him spankings. You know, we do that every time we're together. He gets lots of spankings from me. My hand's actually sore right now from spanking. If you can see, it's kind of red. I've been giving him spankings. But no, completely out of character that people don't know. I'm a skydiving enthusiast. I love skydiving. There's nothing more thrilling than that. So, but yeah, that's one thing that most people don't know about me that I kind of keep on the side. But yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
On the top rope of the WWE ring, holding the Intercontinental title in my hands. Maybe in 2. 5 years, who knows? But I definitely see it happening.
Do you have a message to your fans?
I do. You know, I give Tiny a lot of crap around here, but he's one of the only people that'll go out and say, support indie wrestling. You know, we got to make our pay somehow. You know, we got to keep this business alive. And, you know, Tiny says, go out, support indie wrestling. Don't pick one show. Don't pick another show. Go out and see them all. Support it. Fall in love with what you see in the ring, because we all did. You know, if we did, you can. So if I'll say any day of the week that support what we do. You know, if you're watching this, you're watching it for a reason. So just keep on pushing, and let's keep pro wrestling alive. Let's make it what it used to be again.
Is there one thing you want everyone to know or remember you for?
My hair. No, I'm kidding. You know, if I can leave this earth and people remember one thing is, you know, any impact that I made. You know, if somebody can go home at night and say, you know, Aaron gave 100%, he left it all in the ring, he did everything he could. You know, if I can impact one person, then I've done my job. I don't have to please 10,000 people. I don't have to please 1 million people. But if I can impact one person and change one person's life, then I feel like I can leave this earth all right, everybody. Hope y'all had a good night. Hope you enjoyed this interview. This is a little bit of the personal side of the supernatural one. You know, thank you for tuning in and watching it and taking time to see a little bit into my everyday life. And I got things to do. I got to go give Tiny some spankings. So be ready, Tiny Tiswell.